Welcome to MediaShift's Digital Media Brief, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids, co-working and childcare in San Francisco. I'm Mark Glaser with guests Paul Berry from RebelMouse, Connie Guglielmo from CNET, and Hay Newman from Slate. As 2015 turns to 2016, it's time to look back at some of the highlights and lowlights of the past year in digital media. We saw major moves toward mobile consumption with the rise of smartphone ownership around the world. And with that came more content distributed through social platforms, while Apple's iOS 9 included support for ad blocking. Plus, innovation continued in VR, drones, wearables, and more. Paul, what's it like being an entrepreneur in 2015 now?
I think it's an amazing time to start a new media property. I think that the ones that will struggle most is, to be honest, established traditional media companies are going to struggle with changes. We work with a lot of them. Navigating through all the people to get through the obvious what you need to do next is very difficult for them, whereas new properties are being blessed by the ability to find audience fast. And it's record time you can build a new brand, but changing perception on an old brand is very hard. So I think that all this combined, you used to need to have an insanely huge investment and an enormous engineering team to work with a WordPress or Drupal and make it a media company. And now there's ways to be able to do that in a really savvy and not tech-heavy way. So I'm very excited about what we're going to see in 16 on that level.
Fair enough. And Connie, was the Apple Watch the big dud of the year, do you think?
Aside from hoverboards this holiday season, exploding hoverboards, I would say yes. I think the Apple Watch was the big disappointment. Again, all the hype leading up to it, Apple's finally going to crack the wearables category, and it just didn't happen.
And Lily, we saw a lot of data breaches with Ashley Madison and some others. Do you think this will continue in 2016?
Yeah, I definitely think we're on an upward trajectory in 2016, but I think 2015 really did show the scope of what can happen, and so I'm hopeful that companies are starting to, take the precautions that they need to safeguard data in the future. So a little bit of both.
Well, thanks for joining us for Digital Media Brief for MediaShift, brought to you by NextSpace and NextKids. Learn more about their pioneering program combining co-working and childcare at nextspace.us/nextkids. We'll catch you next year.